Oh, this day, just Jesus take the wheel. Oh my gosh, this is really, really, really bad. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna stay positive. Just gotta work. No more connection problems. No more shutting off. Just gotta work. And if it just don't, I'm still gonna continue, and I'll just give you guys the recording because this is really ridiculous. I do apologize for Comcast. I really do apologize. But again, I have the pattern. I am going to ask Miss Gail to forward the pattern. It's 2 PDFs. It's a PDF for the basic beanie pattern, which has all sizes, and it's also another one for the Cowboys hat that I'm doing right now. So you guys can see exactly what I'm doing as I'm doing it. And if you can, Gail, can you send it to Mika Micheline and have her post it so that everybody can see it? I appreciate it. Thank you. I am going to pull up my pattern. Now, how I do this is I go back and forth. Now, I'm following the basic beanie pattern. So you always have to have your crown. The crown is supposed to fit the top of the person's head. You can, once you do many of these, you should automatically have the amount numbers that you need to have, like 60 stitches or 50 stitches for adult male. You know, if they have a big, large head, it might be 65, 70 stitches. But once you do this, you would know exactly what's best for you. But I am doing 60 stitches for an adult large male, and that's a basic average. I am also showing you that I'm not going to show you how to make a hat. I'm showing you how to do an image on a hat. So I'm just also letting you know that my seam is right here. And you can barely see it because I know how to do what I do. But you want to basically always know where your seam is at, because that's where you're gonna always start. The seam is always going to be to the back, so you want to make sure you always know where your seam is at, so that you know where you're going to start. The basic pattern that I have is for the Dallas Cowboys. Unfortunately, it's a paid pattern, so I have no other choice but to use it. Then I'm going to I hope you guys are able to see it, because it really would help if you could see it. It helps a whole lot if you could see it. But basically, you have to know where your seam is at so you could start. If they post it in the group, you will be able to see how I started. Now, let's see if maybe I could do it on here. It looks like this. This is how I do my hat graphs, because the way I'm gonna do it, you're gonna see exactly how and why I do it this way. Now, this is basically gonna be, I do it longer in width because you're gonna go in rounds. And then once you hit that seam, you're going to go back to the other side. Once you hit that seam again, you're going to go back to the other side. So basically I go row by row in a semicircle. Now my pattern has, it's going to be silver, then blue, then silver, and then you have the star, and then you're going to have silver, blue, and silver again. So basically the majority of the hat is going to be white with the star in the middle. The top part is going to be the crown part. The crown part is what I have right now. Next, I'm going to start doing this. Then after you finish this, you can have a cuff, or you could do your what you call it, maybe a single crochet at the bottom of it. Whatever you want to do to close it up, you could do that. Now, what I also suggest as well is, if you can't see your seam, always use a safety pin, a stitch marker, a piece of yarn, anything, something that's going to help you with that, because this is very important when you make your hat. You do not want it to be visible. You do not want people to know where you stopped and start. You want to be able to have it clean and cut and looking professional. And that's what we do at Graphghans. We make sure that it's professional. So, like I said, I'm not teaching how to make a beanie. I'm teaching how you put an image on a beanie. So when you change colors, I can't teach you how to do that right now. You have to know how to change your own colors. But I am going to show you what I do when I do it. Now, I am joining this part because this is the last part of the crown. After I did my increase, I did one whole single crochet. Another thing, single crochet is very important when you're doing beanies. You're going to get a closer look. It looks neater. A lot of people want to do double crochet. Well, we know that double crochet is not a good idea for images, and it doesn't look neat to me. You can use half double crochet, but I suggest you use single crochet because it looks tighter. It's closer to knit looking, and your pictures come out clearer and better. To me, it comes out clearer and better. So now I'm going to add my my gray. The gray for the stinking cowboys, whatever you want to call cowgirls or whatever. But being that this is a paid beanie that I'm doing, it's a paid hat, I'm eventually going to add pom-poms. You could add also ear flaps. You could do whatever you want with it. The main part that we are focusing on right now is the middle part, and the middle part is where your image is going to be. So on the pattern, I have it's roughly about 20 rows. That is going to differ depending on your whether or not you're doing adult, or whether or not you're doing for a child or for a baby. It depends. So this I'm doing for a large adult male, so I'm going to use 20 rows. Now this, whoever is getting this is going to be able to tuck it under. So when he tucks it under the cuff, it still will look good based on how I have my graph, how I have my image. Now I'm going to go around, single crochet, one single crochet at a time. and you just keep going around. What I did was I crocheted this part right here, the blue, underneath. I crocheted on top of that, and that's so that I could hide that, so when I cut it, it won't come loose. I'm going to cut it to get rid of it, and then I'm going to keep on going with this color now, because this is the color that we're using right now. So we're going to keep on going around, and just make sure you're neat as possible. I always would rather you count. Some people don't like to count, but I rather you count, because when you count, you know where you have to stop and where you have to go on the next, when you have to basically connect to the next one, join it basically. But you're not going to join, so you really need to make sure you have your stitch marker or piece of yarn, anything, so you know where to stop. This is really, really easy. This way that I do it, I find that when you do it this way, it's so convenient. It is easy to put those images in there and not have to worry about carrying it all around the hat. You don't have to carry it all around the hat. You don't have to worry about it your string being left on one side and you have to start again on the other side. You don't have to worry about that. This is so convenient, and I love doing it this way. I'm going to speed this up a little because it's kind of getting I didn't realize this man had such a big head. This is a large hat. I never had to do a hat this big before. All the other ones I do are for little kids and small lady hats. But this man got a large head. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit. Once I get to my seam, I'm going to show you what I do next. Because you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Shauna, that is so easy. My name is Lisa now, though. Lisa, this is so easy. You can call me Lisa or Diva. Too many people call me Shauna and they mess it up. They don't call me Shauna. They call me Shayna, Shonda, LaShonda, Tashonda, even though I don't have a T in my name. Shannon, I do not have a two O's, N. Nope, it's Shauna. But since nobody don't know how to pronounce it and too many people call on me, we're going to say Lisa. Okay, now I'm right here to where my seam is at. Once you get to where your seam is at, you're going to crochet, single crochet, not single crochet, you're going to chain one and turn. When you turn, you're going to go back around. You're going to do it in that same exact one that you just finished. Single crochet in the same one that you just finished, and then keep going. Keep going all the way around. Now on my graph, I'm literally like 15 in. So I'm gonna, is it 15 or 20? I could barely see because it's on my cell phone. But I'm gonna go roughly to about the middle, and then I'm going to start the picture. Okay, I don't use bobbins. It's a small area and it's going to be very quickly, So to me, there's no need to use a bobbin. Now, I'm getting ready to use the other color. So I do extended crochet, extended single crochet, where right before I get ready to go to the next part, I just leave it like this so I can add the white. So let me get the white. Actually, it's the blue. Let me get the blue. I cut off a piece of the blue. I just basically a rough draft of just a little piece. You don't need a whole lot. And I need to put two stitches. Add it. And because I only have two, I'm hungry. I'm going to just crochet over. I'm going to take this part and my tail and crochet right over. Why am I doing that? Well, first of all, I only have 2 stitches that I'm going to use of the blue, which is the top part of the star. 2 stitches. So anything less than 5, I usually go over, depending on the color, I'll crochet over. But being that it's only 2, and this color that I'm leaving right here, it's right here. It's at the bottom. So it'll blend in with the bottom one. 1, 2. Extended single crochet, and then we're going to add the gray, and we're going to keep on moving. We're going to just leave that there. Leave it there. Just drop it, because you're not going to use this until you go back around. So leave the blue there hanging and keep on going around. Just go all the way around. Once you go all the way around, then you're going to be able to come right back up and pick that blue up again. Thank you, everybody, for being so patient with Google and the connections. I really do not know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I don't know why it wouldn't let me get on. It just kept stopping. I really don't know what that was all about. But I had to like sit to the side and pray, because I get angry real fast. So as long as I sit to the side and pray, everything comes out. Now I crochet fast. This is why I can't show you how to crochet. Majority of you guys should know how to crochet already. This is basically how I add the image, and this is what I do when I add the image to the hat. Now I'm changing it a little bit, so if anybody's trying to follow the pattern, I'm just changing it up a little bit because I didn't realize this man's head was so big. So I might have to take this out and do it all over again. We don't, it depends on how I like it. I might not. How about those cowgirls? Are they losing or are they winning? My Giants are playing now, so you know I must really love you guys, because my fiance is not working at nights on Sunday anymore, so we could chill. And the first day that he home and cooking for the family, I'm doing this. He came in here laughing at me a couple of times while I was doing this. It's not funny. Okay, now that I am back here around to the seam, we are going to, join at the last one. The last one that we had did previously, we're going to join. We're going to chain one and turn. So basically what I did was, now you join. The seam is right here, and you're going to, the last one that we just did where we had the first gray, where I attached the gray, we went all the way around back here and stopped, all the way back around again, stopped. Now we connect it. Now I don't connect it on the first one. I'm very weird, but I find that the first one I need to know where my stitch is. The way I crochet, and most likely the way you're going to crochet it, you're not going to see it. If you don't feel right in leaving that first one open, then by all means close it. But you really can't see. You can't see it. So we turn around. Okay, I just lost my space. I'm going to connect here. And we're going to slip stitch. We're going to chain one, and we're going to turn. So we're going to single crochet in that last stitch that we just did, and back over again. So basically, just like how you do Graphghans on a blanket, you turn your work. That's basically what we're doing with the hat. We're going in more like a semicircle instead of the round. So is it hot? Like, I could have sworn the weather like dropped here in New Jersey, and I'm like tempted to turn on my air conditioner right now. Not adding the white yet, only because I said I am revamping this because I'm changing it around a little bit. That's why I didn't add the white. Thank you very much. Anyway, it's very hot out today, and I could have sworn we were going to have colder, cooler weather right now, but I can't complain. But I'm really tempted to turn my air conditioner on right now. No problem. I love you, Gail. Now there is a space where you could comment. So if you have if you have Google Hangout, there's spaces where you could comment. There's spaces where you could leave a question, and I can answer it on live for you. I can see it as I'm on here. So if you have a question that you need me to do, you feel free to do so. Leave it in the comments and I will answer it. I am not looking at Messenger. I am not looking at, so don't send me no messages. I won't be able to get it. Okay, now that we're back here at the top of the star again, I'm going to pick this back up, and I am going to change the color. Now I am not going to use this. I'm not going to carry this because you can see through. I know you're going to be able to see through. I'm not even going to try it because this is going to look professional. So I'm going to drop the silver and just pick up the blue, and we just need 2 stitches. I'm going to do the extended single crochet so that I can lock it down, and then I'm going to cut a piece of silver, another piece of silver, or you could cut this. You could cut this from here and start on this side. Now, usually I'll have some pieces to the side where I just, you know, grab on and like as if I have bobbins. I don't have bobbins right now, and not most of the time I do not even use them. I also keep my work on one side. Reason why I do that is because you want your hat to look decent on this one side. You want your hat to have no glitches or imperfections on this one side. So you want to keep all of your strings on this side so that when you weave them in, I don't weave in, but when you weave them in, you could do so on this side, and then you keep on going around. Now I'm going to start answering some questions because you guys should basically get the concept of what I'm doing. You guys should basically understand just about where I'm at or where I'm going. So I'm going to leave the questions open. There should be something that says Q&A where you can click on, and when you click on, I'm able to see them and answer your questions. So I'm gonna go back around and make sure you cover your tail. You want to always cover your tail, and that right there, when I cover my tail, it leaves it open for me so that I don't have to do a lot of weaving in. I very, very rarely have to weave hundreds and hundreds and thousands of strings because I crochet over my tails. I do not leave a lot of strings at all. I don't have time to be doing that. I don't have time to weave them in. I get them going and keep it moving. Okay, now we're back at the seam. I'm going to slip stitch at the last one. Slip stitch. Then we're going to chain 1, turn, and we're going to single crochet in that last one we just did. And keep it moving. Back around. So far, I don't see any questions. I'm not sure if you guys know where it's at. If you have a question, let's see if maybe you could do it in the comments. We're back around to the 2 stitches. Now this one is going to be right before that. So we're going to stop here. We're going to pick the blue up, change the color, and single crochet 4 blue. 2, 3, and 4. The last 4th one, we're going to extend it, single crochet, and we're going to pick that up, single crochet. I'm actually only picking that up because I don't want to have to weave it in, so I'm crocheting it in. I'm going to leave a little bit of length to that so I don't have to keep cutting and adding and starting again. We're going to add more of the silver, push it down, and single crochet on top of your tails. I got a question. Not sure if I missed you saying, but do you start your graph after your last increased row? Absolutely. After I mentioned that in the beginning, but what I could do is mention it over again. I have a graph, and in the graph I use it as I'm going to show this graph in the group. Basically, I allow anybody who wants the cowgirl hat, they can have the cowgirl hat. I really don't care. You can have this. It's not a problem. Now, anyway, we're going to, this is about 20 stitches. So, being 20 stitches in height, the top part is the crown. So that's what the crown part is about.